Hello everyone, this video is about the widget that is related to the container widget and the raw widget, and that widget is the expanded widget. Okay, so what does the expanded widget does? But first of all, let me just give a rounded rectangular to my container. So for making the rounded rectangular container, what we need to do? Go in the decoration and then box decoration, and in box decoration you need to use the border radius property, and in the border radius property you'll be writing border radius. Alright, and I want to go with the circular and give it the 30 value. Okay, it will be look fine. Okay, now you could see the difference that we have the container with the rounded rectangular or rounded rectangular container. Alright, so come to the main topic, which is our expanded widget. And let me just reformat this code. And now it's looking fine. Okay, for I just want to wrap my container widget into the expanded widget. So what you need to do is to wrap to the widget, write the name of the expanded widget. That's all. Okay, let me just first introduce you the expanded widget and just define it to you. Okay, the expanded widget is a kind of widget that we use with the the raw widget and the column widget. You can see the definition. Creates a widget that expands a child of a row or the column, or the flex widget that we haven't used yet, but just consider row and the column widget. And what it does, the main function of the expanded widget is that it just fills the available space within the row or within the column with the child widget. Alright, so but along with the main axis. So if we are using the expanded widget within the column, so the child widget of the column will try to fill the available space, but within the main axis alignment or within the vertical direction. Now you could see in this container, it just try to fill all the available space of the column, so in the main axis. Alright, so keep that point, in the main axis, not the cross axis alignment.
So let's just create another column widget.
Okay, let me just create another the expanded widgets. Yeah, but let me just change their color. Okay, so let me just give you an example. That the expanded widget is not kind of the stubborn widget, that it is a kind of a friendly widget. It just gives you your space. When we just created the first expanded widget, it just covered all the, it just filled all the space of the column in the vertical direction. But when we added the another expanded widget, that all the space of the column was divided between two halves. Okay, but when we added the third expanded widget, all the space or vertical space of the column widget were divided into the three halves. Alright, so if I just add another widget, the expanded widget, it will divide the all available space of the column in the vertical direction into the four halves. So let me just add another one here, just to give you an example. So the all available space of your column widget in the vertical direction will be divided into the four halves. Alright, now you could see that it is divided into the four halves. Okay, let me just delete these two columns. I just want to go with the two column widgets. Okay, now let me just introduce you the one more property of the expanded widget. What it does, it is a flex property. And what it does, if I just write the 2, alright, if I just write the 3, alright, if I just write the 1, okay, when we use a flex property, okay, the normal the default value by the Flutter team of the flex is a 1. Whenever the flex value, your expanded widget, is 1, the expanded widgets that we will be using in our column will be divided equally. Okay, just consider it that when we write the flex value 2, alright, it just divides your vertical space into the three portions, in which the two portions are covered or filled by your first expanded widget, and the third portion is covered by your fourth expanded widget. Okay, the default value of the flex is 1, so it won't give you any difference. 2 plus 1 is 3, so the 3 portions of your column widget. If you just write the 3, then you have the 4 portions of your column widget, but 3 of them is covered or filled by your first expanded widget or the widget with the flex value 3, and one is covered by with the expanded widget with the value 1. If I just write 2 here, now your column widget is divided into the 5 halves. Okay, the 5 the different bars, and 2 of them is filled by the second expanded widget or the widget with the flex value 2, and the 3 of them is covered or filled by the expanded widget with the flex value 3. Alright, now you could see the difference. So this is how the expanded widget is, and this is how the flex property of the expanded widget works. And if you want to stretch, we can also use a cross axis alignment. If you want to cover all the space, it will cover all the space of your body. But remember one point in the last, expanded widget only covers the space in the main axis direction. Okay, if you are using the column, expanded widget will fill the child widget with child widget in vertical direction or in the main axis direction. But if we are using the row, then it will cover the horizontal direction, because in row the main axis alignment, main axis is the horizontal line. Alright, so this was all idea about the expanded widget. If you really find it useful, hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and bye bye.